Good morning and welcome to the Stahls TV Morning Show. I'm Zach.
And I'm Courtney.
I almost said the wrong name. I'm not sure why.
Were you going to say Josh?
I think I was going to say Josh. Well, we have a great show for you today. Our format is a little bit different than normal. Instead of doing 2 or 3 different segments, what we're going to do is parade a bunch of people up here in front of you to talk about companies that they want to profile. And the whole goal of profiling some of these companies is to give you guys some tips and tricks that you can take from them to implement in your business. So we're going to profile 6 different companies, I think it is. 6 different companies, tell you a little bit about what they're doing well, and just kind of try and relate that to your decorating business. But before we get there, Courtney's actually going to profile our first company, but she has an announcement for you first.
My announcement is less exciting than my last one, but Great Dane,
yeah, you're right.
Great Dane Graphics is running a photo contest through the Stahls Facebook page. So if you like Stahls, all things heat printing, then you're able to join in on this design challenge. So you basically can enter by choosing one of the 3 pieces of artwork that you see on the screen. So there's a football one, there's a cross, and then also an American flag. Once you choose one of those artworks, you can customize them, leave them as is. You can print them with really any print technology. There's screen printing, digital printing, heat transfer, all of that options that are available for printing those. And then decorate an item. So it can be a t-shirt, a bag, a koozie, anything you want to print with those items.
I love koozies.
Upload it to Facebook, share it to get some votes, and then the contest runs today through October 6th.
Okay.
Should be a pretty good contest. We're excited to see what everybody can do with the different artworks.
Okay, the different artworks. Okay,
Yeah.
Anyway, so you guys take some time, enter that contest. We can't wait to see your designs. It is one of our favorite parts of the week is when we get on Facebook and check out the designs that people have come up with throughout the week, just with using your own stuff. So we are broadcasting live today at Facebook Live. Thanks for those of you who are joining us there. And we are also broadcasting through our normal go-to webinar client through stahlstv.com. All right, all that said, Courtney, we're going to start you off. You are going to profile or spotlight a company for us and give us some tips, tricks, and just kind of an overview of this particular company. Who are you going to profile?
So I chose Pink Plush Boutique. I think we look at a lot of different companies based on our interest or things that we like. This company specifically stood out to me. I saw them a lot on social media, but they are different in that they really have targeted a niche. So they do children's apparel and mostly mommy and me tees. The woman who started this business actually started doing customized pillows, but children's apparel in general and this idea of doing mommy and me companion tees really took off for her. And so, you know, they do something really well in that they don't just decide to, you know, go after any custom t-shirt. So, you know, a lot of decorators will take any job that comes in through the door. And this customer basically said, you know, I'm going to just print things for children's apparel, things for their moms, and then go after that niche with a lot of great designs.
Okay, so they come up with their own designs then, so they're not necessarily personalizing or customizing anything. And they're selling it on a mom shirt or item, and then is it daughter and son?
Just daughter and mom, so mommy and me, just with daughters. Now the tops and everything they choose are really trendy, so it's not like they're just choosing, you know, a adult t-shirt with a youth t-shirt. They're using trendy blanks, things we see from Cavio, things we see from Sanmar, Bella Canvas, a lot of the trendier blank apparel suppliers. They also chose some bright colors, so there's glitters throughout the designs, there's sequins, there's neon colors throughout the shading. I mean, there's just a lot of different items. Here you're seeing Little Miss Scream Queen, so they've even brought in some seasonal ones for the holidays as, and the designs always change out depending on what's going on, what's popular. There's school designs, fall designs right now.
Okay, so the designs seem really, and even the website seems really tailored to the market that they're attacking. I noticed there at the bottom of the page is reviews. I know my wife has 2 daughters, or we have 2 daughters, I guess, and 2 sons. Yeah, well, you know, whatever, how that works. But she is always shopping reviews no matter what she's shopping for, like whether it's Amazon to buy a new laundry detergent or whatever it is. So I noticed that reviews kind of pops out of the page there. What do you think the reasoning is behind that?
I think the reviews are really beneficial for any online retailer. So if you're not able to actually feel the garment, which this company sells primarily online, so if I'm not able to actually see what's the quality of the shirt, what's the quality of the print, then having those reviews and somebody saying, wow, this was excellent, my kid loved it, that really goes a long way with those reviews.
Do you know how they're decorating?
Heat transfers.
Heat transfers?
Yeah.
Great. So stock transfers, and then they just do it on demand? or do they have an inventory, or do you know that?
I don't know. I believe they do stock some inventory, just based on what I've read from their website, and then
Okay.
they do some customization as well as an option, but mostly selling the in-stock designs.
Okay, and I know you said you found them on social media. Which venue or which method in particular?
They're using a lot of Instagram and Facebook, so two platforms that I think really fit their target audience. So not only did they decide what audience they wanted to go after, but where their marketing is where they're at. So I saw them with the Mommy and Me shirts on Instagram specifically. They also share a lot of content from other people. So somebody's kid's wearing the shirt, they share it on their page. It helps to just drive in the popularity of the products.
Okay, and have you made a purchase yet?
I have not yet.
Okay, so are we to assume, and maybe you made this announcement on a previous episode, are we to assume that you're having a little girl?
I am having a little girl, so that's
Okay.
why I'm looking a lot at
Right.
Mommy and Me matching t-shirts. So,
Okay.
yes.
Sounds good. We appreciate this feature. I am going to kick you off set and bring Jenna on. So we're going to have quite a few features here today. Jenna's up next, then we'll talk to Karyn, Josh, Courtney, and then maybe I'll do a little something as well. But Jenna, welcome to the set.
Thank you.
We are looking forward to what you have to offer us as far as your spotlight company goes. Don't let me make you nervous. All right, so who did you choose to spotlight today?
I chose to go with Game Day Couture. Now that the fall and football season's all back in session, I wanted to choose a business that does that particular season best, and that is Game Day Couture. You may have seen them on our morning show before. They were also featured on Shark Tank, just really targeting this specific market for ladies that want to represent their team and do it in a fashion-forward way. So as you can see from their website, they offer trendy fan wear for ladies, and they are seeing a huge growth in sports. A sports clothing market, that is, targeting women by providing stylish apparel that help them look great while supporting their team. There are a lot of different things to pick from. I'm going to go ahead and scroll up to the college option here so you can pick by team. And then they are certified with over 30 different collegiate teams. So I'm just going to, if my computer works here, go ahead and pick a random one just so you can see some of the different ways they're decorating. You can see here they're printing unique blanks so that you can't really find it just from any blank supplier. They're printing flannels, dresses, and just really anything that takes your average fan team and makes it more fashion forward, which is something ladies really prefer when representing their favorite team.
Okay. So this ladies market and representing their favorite teams or their favorite schools is definitely a growing demographic. We just looked at another ladies company, and I think maybe the next one that we're going to look at is specific to ladies as well. So one of the things that we noticed, and you kind of mentioned it, is these blanks aren't, or when this garment is blank, it's probably not something that you would normally find from a Sanmar or from Broder Brothers or something like that. So where's Game Day sourcing these items?
I would assume that they are outsourcing to any online apparel shop that is offering boutique style shirts. So something with patterns and, as you saw, dresses and different things that you wouldn't necessarily find at like a Sanmar, Alpha Broder, things like that.
Okay.
So definitely taking those different style garments and taking them to the next level by offering big, bold prints, things in sequins or glitter, just to really up the look even more.
Okay, and I also noticed that pricing on these items is anywhere between $30 and $50. So obviously they can command some of that price, I think, because of the license with the colleges and the professional teams that they're using. What do you think for our viewers if they got into this type of decorating for their local high school that doesn't require that licensing? Price-wise, where should they be?
I would say price-wise, they could drop a little bit. I think they are sticking more towards this pricing because there aren't as many competitors out there. They do have boutiques that they need to compete with, but not necessarily are those boutiques decorating these garments for a particular team or just personalization in general. So if you're going to be doing it for a particular high school, you're going to be offering more of this, then I would say drop the price down a little bit more if you're going for a larger group. When you are decorating these boutique style garments, you aren't able to buy these in bulk as you would with a Sanmar or anything. They're very limited. So being able to keep it at this price is because it's for a limited time. They're not always going to have this style with this decoration on it, so they're able to market at that price.
Okay, and how did you find out about this company?
I actually did find them out from Shark Tank.
Okay.
Once they were featured on there, Mark Cuban grabbed them up. That's whenever they were really brought to my attention.
All right, sounds good. Thank you for that feature, Jenna. We are going to bring Karyn up next to talk about a company that she is going to feature. If at any time, viewers, you have questions that you want to ask one of our presenters here about a particular company or about a way to apply this, feel free to chat that in through our web client there, and Joe will feed those questions into us. All right, so this is Karyn. She doesn't get featured a lot on the Stahls TV Morning Show. However, she is always doing work behind the scenes. She runs our Stahls TV forum. If you have questions on there, Karyn's the one that's going to be answering them. So she's around, and you need to get to know Karyn. All right, so Karyn, who are you going to help us get to know?
I'm going to help everybody get to know Picture This Clothing. They're kind of a new online clothing store, but what they're doing is really, really special. I think so anyway. They are doing complete customization, but instead of just t-shirts or hoodies, it is dresses for little girls.
Okay.
But what's special about these dresses is that using a template system, you can print a template, have your daughter decorate their little dress on their paper, take a picture of the template decorated, send it to them, and they'll create a dress, full print, front and back, with your daughter's creation on it.
Wow.
It's really, really special. I think if I scroll down, you can kind of see some examples of dresses that kids have designed. And what's really cool is because you don't have to send the actual template to them, you just take a picture. Kids can lay pictures or physical 3D objects onto their template. I think a little girl down here laid popcorn on hers, and they print whatever's laying on the template in the picture on your shirt. So kids can really get creative. I think it's really special what they're doing with this.
Wow, yeah, that seems really cool. So how do you think, or how would you suggest to our viewers that they're doing this type of decoration right now?
From what I've seen, sublimation. That would be the easiest way to get the full print on the front and the back of the shirt, and all of the dresses are a standard white cotton poly shirt.
Okay, so obviously sublimation has been around for a long time, especially in the decorating industry as far as heat transfer goes. So why do you think it's taken this long maybe for a company like this to kind of pop up and really take off? I know you mentioned to me earlier when we were discussing this just a little bit before the show that the turnaround time for these dresses has already had to been doubled. Originally it was a 15-day turnaround, now it's 25 or 30 days, something like that.
25 or 30 day, they actually have it listed when you go to order the dress that, they're a little bit busy. Everything's gone kind of crazy for them since they launched. They were really a social media star kind of the last few weeks. They've been all over Facebook.
Okay.
They've been featured in the Huffington Post and TechCrunch. And I think what they're doing really, really well, actually, the mom who started this company has two daughters, and she explained that she wanted to do something special, not only for her daughters, but for other daughters. So by taking just a little girl's dress and really focusing on the market of, small, young girls, they were able to perfect this, dressmaking company. It's not t-shirts for everybody, although with the gain in popularity, they're looking to add adult clothing and boys' clothing to this kind of design.
Do you think they should?
I mean, I would do it. I don't know. I would definitely design a shirt. And also, as a little added bonus, if you order a dress for your little girl, you can also order a matching 18-inch doll dress for their American Girl doll. So, I mean, that's pretty smart. I know you have daughters, I'm sure.
I do.
They would be interested in something like this.
They would be very interested in something like that.
Yeah.
All right, and we see the price on the website's about $50.
$50.
Is what you're looking at to customize a dress there?
Completely customized dress for your little girl. And some of those dresses are kind of small. You would think $50 is kind of steep, but I mean, the popularity shows that that is not a barrier for this company.
Okay, I think they seem to have everything right at the moment.
I would think so. They're doing really well.
All right, so thanks for that feature, Karyn.
You're welcome.
Any questions while we bring our next presenter in on that? All right, no questions on Picture This clothing. Next up is probably the one that you've all been waiting for.
Pressure.
It is Josh. So Josh, tell us a little bit about the company that you chose to feature. And before you do, I'm going to guess that it's not a women's or a little girl's clothing company.
No, I looked at the sort of change pace here. We tend to have a trend of a lot of women's wear on Stahls TV, so I have to represent for the men's wear section. And so with that, I'm going to share with you a brand that I just like. I've bought product from this company, you know, as long as 8 years ago, and have seen them sort of advance and grow as a retail brand, as a t-shirt line or clothing line, if you will. And the company's called the Imaginary Foundation. So a few reasons why I like this company, outside the fact that I'll buy the product, is that you know, this is just cool artwork and concepts translated over to apparel and beyond. And so when you start to look at this, of course they do have women's wear as well, but it's primarily geared towards menswear and art prints. So I'm just going to click on the t-shirt category and sort of scroll down through. And basically they want to communicate something with the apparel, with the artwork. So you'll see some really outrageous full color, high color designs that are screen printed, in some case sublimated. This particular one, the message resonates with me that imagination is more important than knowledge. And so it's
Who said that?
I have no idea.
Albert Einstein.
Albert
Einstein said,
okay.
folks.
But I like what he said. That's what's important to me. All right, so you hit me with the first stumper. I thought you got somebody before that. But you can start to look at some of this. Some of this is just photorealistic designs, and it's a trend that we saw in some of Karyn's projects as well. Just the ability to translate things now on high color count, full color type designs. And so they have the menswear line where they advance some of this messaging through artwork, but then they also do art prints. And I think this is really cool. They'll do art prints, wood prints, and posters. So a lot of that same artwork that they've invested time on their own in designing, they'll translate onto a canvas print. And limited run sort of prints. So there's the level of exclusivity, not only to the art prints, but to the t-shirts. Once it's sold out, they may do a reprint on the t-shirts, but if you get the wood print, the art print, they're not going to reprint it. And so you'll see certain sizes will be sold out, certain pieces of artwork are sold out, and then you'll see them, you know, even sold, you know, aftermarket on eBay, where these are in demand.
So outside of the Stahls TV Morning Show here, where would somebody likely run into the, what was it called, the Imaginary Foundation? Where would somebody run into them? Is that online? Is it a retail store?
Well, they're sort of multi-faceted in their sales channels. And so they've priced the product in such a way that they not only sell at their own retail website and through third-party marketplaces like Amazon, eBay, even the Giant Peach, which is like a independent website for streetwear brands. So they sell through some of those channels, but they also set up a retail network of brick and mortar distributors. So they have over 100 retailers that they advertise on their site in places such as LA or Brooklyn, where you can go into a retail store that would sell streetwear or t-shirts and experience the product and purchase it there. So I like that they've set up the pricing model with enough vision so long ago that they not only wanted to sell direct, but they also wanted to sell through distribution and allow a little bit of margin there for the retailer to gain. So pretty interesting brand.
Yeah. Anything else you'd like to share about them?
No, I just would like to say that I think you're doing a great job here today.
Thanks. Appreciate that. I do too. All right. So with that, we'll transition into a really close shot of me, and we'll talk about the company that I'm going to be profiling. It's called Amplifier. So we can go to the website here. Amplifier didn't start out necessarily as a t-shirt company. They really focused on fulfillment, and I'll scroll up here a little bit to where you can see it. So their tagline is fulfillment evolved, and they also have another tagline basically that they are at high volume. They're bringing the volume. So if you take a look at the different ways that they print, printing has become a large part of their business because the companies that they're doing fulfillment for are asking for decorated shirts. So they do fulfillment. You see they do screen printing. They also do print on demand. Each one has its particular advantages depending on the customers or clients that they're going to. And kind of to echo what Josh said a little bit with the way the Imaginary Foundation had foresight into the way that they were going to distribute the product, Amplifier set up more of a non-traditional distribution model. So rather than going into boutique stores, creating their own line and selling their line of artwork, what Amplifier does is it gives people the tools to set up their own line to where they do contract fulfillment of that. One of their larger partners is a company called Indiegogo, which is a crowdsourcing site much like Kickstarter. So if you go on and set up a campaign for your small business on Indiegogo and you have these prizes that you need to fill for people who support your business, Amplifier is a company that specializes in doing fulfillment for that, whether it's t-shirts or other items that you can ship into them. The other unique thing that Amplifier is doing in setting up distribution is they've developed an app for the Shopify platform. Here on the Stahls TV Morning Show, we've reviewed online stores that you can set up in the past, and Shopify is one of the largest platforms for selling t-shirts. Not necessarily custom t-shirts, but if you have your own designs, you can set up a Shopify store and sell them. Amplifier is a company that gives you the app to do the selling, and they also will do the fulfillment and contract decorating with their print-on-demand service using direct-to-garment printing, to where you don't have to stock inventory of your designs, or any company that wants to sell it doesn't have to stock inventory. They can create the website with no inventory investment, plug in the Amplifier app, which is called Merchify, and all of the orders will actually just drop ship out of Amplifier's warehouse, which is in Texas. So that's a quick overview of what Amplifier does. I really like them just because they have set up some unique distribution channels and thought a little more on the technology side than a lot of other companies are doing. All right, so our next feature is brought to you by Miss Courtney Singer, who is our producer here on the morning show. And what episode is this for us?
This is our 60th episode, so we wanted to do something special on our 60th, bring in all of our morning show hosts that you've grown to know and love, and do the 6 company profiles. So.
60th. Is there a theme developing here?
Yes.
Okay.
It's just... Anyway.
Anyway, all right. So Courtney, who are you going to profile for us? What company? We saved the best for last, obviously.
I'm hoping. So for my company profile, I decided to do something with advocacy. I'm a big fan of giving back, and humanitarian efforts are something that really hits close to home to me.
I'll take back that $5 from last week.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
So Sevenly focuses on 7 main causes on their website that raises funds and also awareness. Those 7 causes being hunger relief, clean water, medical aid, disaster relief, anti-poverty education, and miscellaneous aid. So they really cover everything. And they use cause art, meaning that they commission artwork from other people in order to get these designs. So you can really find someone who maybe relates to the cause and is able to design in such a way that really highlights it. So keeping in the theme with the 7, every 7 days, they highlight a new cause, this week being foster love. So we'll look at some of the designs here now. I believe all these designs are printed with screen printing, which is something that our viewers can learn from. So again, with the 7, there are 7 designs featured for every cause, which is smart because they're able to just create those 7 screens and use them for really every shirt, men's looks and women's looks. The only thing that they might have to think about is extra larges. They might need an extra screen for that. But they're doing this cheaply, meaning that they can obviously donate more money. So $7 from every shirt.
Okay. Well, how did you find out about this company?
This is another social media thing.
Okay.
So I've seen ads for Sevenly pop up on my news feed, probably targeting me since I have those things in my likes. But I like the idea of using a website or decorated apparel company to try to create a cause. So their thing is changing the world one t-shirt at a time, which I think is really cool. And since they've launched in 2011, they've raised over $4 million, which is highlighted on the top of their website here.
So that has definitely been a theme as to where we're finding the companies that we chose to spotlight. I know Courtney said she found hers on Instagram or Facebook.
Right.
Jenna saw hers on television, but they're also advertising on Instagram and Facebook as well. Karyn's company was a big social media star, I believe she said, these past few weeks.
Yeah,
You
they
found
have
yours
been.
on social media. I'm pretty sure I found mine on social media too at one point. So what is that telling our viewers?
See, I think it's a lot about target marketing. Ads are getting a lot smarter these days, and they're able to look at things like your interests, your age group, and even just your demographics. So maybe Courtney K saw it because she is a mommy, or just a female and is targeting that way. So like Karyn said, focusing on just one item or just one demographic, I think will help our viewers.
Okay, so what caused you to click, because I'm sure you saw a bunch of ads from a bunch of different people. What do you think caused you to click their ad to go to the site?
Probably that it was targeted towards me. Sevenly in general, I saw it was a humanitarian effort. I think the week that I saw it was clean water. So it's just something that
everybody likes clean water, right?
everyone does. Yeah, it's just something that, I don't know, interests me. The ad was well created and I like the branding. And just my last point on Sevenly is they said that 30% of their profits are donated in an interview with the LA Times. So even just if you want to get into the market of nonprofit or for-profit donating for a cause, you can also look on Stahls TV. Under our resources page, we have a fundraising resource that you can download.
Sounds good. Great plug. All right, well, we thank everybody, all of our viewers, for joining us both on Facebook Live and through our GoToWebinar client. If you want to sign up for more classes, including the morning show and other live classes that we do, you can visit us at stahlstv.com on the Events tab. We hope that you learned something from the companies that we feel like we have learned so much from here that we chose to spotlight today, and we'll see you next week.